They stumble through life like blind mice, chasing crumbs and calling it freedom. They bump into consequences and call it bad luck. They repeat the same mistakes and call it lessons. You watch them from a distance, detached, quiet, knowing. Because where they see chaos, you see structure. Where they react, you calculate. And where they throw their hands up and say, "Why is this happening?" you already know why. You saw it coming 12 steps ago. They call it coincidence. You see the code. You weren't born with just sight. You were born with vision. Not the pretty kind. Not the fake optimism they preach in self-help speeches. You were given the curse and the blessing of seeing too much, too clearly. Patterns, energy, cycles, repetition. You don't just witness events, you decode them. You feel timelines. You pick up on energy that walks into a room 5 minutes before a word is even spoken. That's not coincidence. That's a higher form of intelligence. Imagine this, you think, as they gossip in circles. They think they're spontaneous, but you've seen this movie before. Same lines, different faces, same manipulations in new costumes. Like recycled characters stuck in an emotional sitcom they think is real life. You're not guessing what happens next. You're watching the rerun. They say you overthink, but every time, you're right. Every red flag you pointed out, confirmed. Every gut feeling you had, dead on. Every time you sensed someone's mask slipping, it eventually shattered exactly how you said it would. They laugh at you until life forces them to listen to you. But by then, you're already gone. Because you don't stay in places where patterns don't evolve. You outgrow them. This isn't luck, this isn't instinct, this is wired. Your brain doesn't just process information, it scans it for lies, for threats, for false light. Your consciousness moves through people like sonar. Picking up the waves, they try to hide behind smiles, compliments, and positive vibes. You don't fall for vibes, you read vibrations. They can't figure out why their tricks don't work on you, why their lies unravel so fast. It's because you don't just listen to what's being said. You track why it's being said, the intention, the timing, the silence that follows. You see what their face doesn't say. You catch what their body gives away. They think they're being clever, but you already clocked the motive. Your intelligence is terrifying because it doesn't beg for attention. It's not loud. It doesn't need to be. It's the kind of knowing that makes people uncomfortable just by existing. Because when they lie, and you don't even react, they know you saw it. That's the fear. Not that you'll expose them, but that you already understand them. Imagine being in a room where everyone is talking, you think, and still knowing who's lying before the sentence finishes. That's you. You don't need full conversations, just one sentence, one look, one shift in body language. That's all it takes, because your mind isn't looking for what's obvious, it's watching for what's off. They wonder how you know. They think you spy, assume you dig. But that's the thing. You don't search for truth. It comes to you like static on a frequency nobody else hears.